Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwartner, and we are here with Ryan Levitt. What's your title?
I'm the VP of Growth Strategy. Oh, you got me when I wasn't looking. That's right. I'm the VP of Growth Strategy at Showpad. I'm also a lefty, Gerhard. So not only was I not looking, I wasn't looking.
Oh, yeah. So, we are talking about the integration of LearnPour into Showpad. How did that go?
It's been really exciting. So, the sales enablement market, the way that I described it, has always been kind of broken out into two sides. There's the training, the coaching piece, and then the content and engagement side. And naturally, over time, it made sense for these sides to come together. So about 6 months ago, we started the conversations really deeply, and then in June, Showpad actually acquired LearnPour. And so it's been really exciting, not just for our companies and the product and the customers, but it's been the integration's gone very smoothly, and now we're actually able to provide more value to our customers. Because ultimately, at Showpad, our vision is that the best buyer experience wins.
Right.
And so that comes from having sellers who are really, really excellent at what they do. It means they're trained, they're coached, they're all on message, they've got the right knowledge, and that's the training and coaching side. But that doesn't solve the full problem, because when sellers are up to speed and delivering the right message, that's great. But they need to actually be able to deliver value to the buyer throughout the process, and that comes with having the right content at the right time, knowing what works and when to send it, and then how do you engage the buyer throughout the process. And so what we're doing at Showpad now is with the acquisition of LearnPour, we're actually bringing those two sides together into the first full sales enablement solution. So it's a really exciting time. The market reaction has actually been tremendous. We always kind of joke beforehand that, hey, amongst the founders of two companies, like, this was a no-brainer, right? But then when we actually took to the market, we constantly hear that from our customers, because they actually want one location to do everything, one location to manage, one place for the sales reps to access. Right. So it's continuous, and then when the platforms are truly fully integrated, you have the data around that. Right. So you can actually make decisions and analyze what's working, what's not.
It's almost a learning systems platform, right?
I would actually call it like a full sales enablement platform.
Right.
And that the learning and coaching is one part of it, right? And then the content management and engagement is another side of it as well.
Right.
And then it's around both of that, around both pieces are the analytics that you can really pull to see what's working, what's not, and what the best sales reps are doing.
Ryan, share with me how you see artificial intelligence transforming the learning process.
So I think it's actually pretty straightforward, right? Like, historically, a lot of sales enablement, training, coaching is reactive, and with artificial intelligence, you could actually become proactive. So you could figure out where the gaps are before they're problems. Right. What are the best people doing? And then how do you surface that training and content for the sales rep at the right time, right? And so same thing as they're going through a process. If they're in a certain stage in the sales process and talking to a buyer in a specific industry with a specific role, what content is needed that's going to maximize the potential of success at that specific point in time.
Right. So where do you see the future of learning?
It's a good question. I actually, if you look at what's happened over the last few years, sales enablement, even just the titles on LinkedIn, people with sales enablement title, has gone up by 2 or 3x in the last 2 years, which is crazy. And that number is only going to continue to expand, right? And so learning needs to be automated, it needs to be continuous, there needs to be data around it, and same with just sales enablement as a whole, right, is going to continue to become, it needs to be simple for the users, right? So the sales reps need to have one place to go for everything. It needs to be smart, so you need to know what people are doing, when they're doing it, who is at the top of the curve on their knowledge and their skills, who's at the bottom, how do we upskill those people, what content are they using. That's where it's really going, so that it's not about the tools, right? It's about the success of the seller, so that the buyer ultimately has a really good experience when they're buying.
And it needs to be fun.
It's got to be fun.
Right.
You got to have a good time.
Exactly.